A year ago, an alumni of this very institution that you all are seated in started his very own mobile application known as GoPool. He used the application Tonic Worldwide to design and develop his app. And today, ladies and gentlemen, this app is incredibly successful. He did this all not in a physical location with a special office. Instead, cooped up in his room with a laptop at hand. The pandemic has spurred this process. It has allowed people to pursue their passions. It has broken down the barriers to enter this ecosystem. And most importantly, it has let talent shine from anywhere in the world. This change has allowed the less privileged and the less elite people to finally be in the spotlight of businesses, encouraging them to work online. Let's take a look at the comparison of work in the 90s and work in the 21st century. In the 90s, everyone had the idea that work meant going to a physical location, working 8 hours a day, 5 times a week. No one could have ever imagined working any other way other than this. Let's take a look at signing contracts. Back then, it was a big deal. Now, I'm completely aware that signing a contract is a huge milestone in a workman's career. But back then, you had to take a flight across town to where the head office was located, sign the contract there, and fly back. This was a huge struggle. However, in the 21st century, this hassle can be eradicated, all with a click of a smartphone. Conferences, the worst thing imaginable for international companies. They had to make sure each and every board member could have a flight and could land safely. However, in this digital age, conferences can be held at any time and anywhere. Most importantly, conferences can be held with any clothes of your choice. Nowadays, work can mean anything. It no longer means heading to the office. Instead, it could be sitting on your couch, day trading, or fashion students having the ability to become someone's virtual stylist. That's right. They help people choose what clothes to wear on a day-to-day basis, all in the comfort of their own homes. Now, how has this digital change impacted industries as a whole? Let's take a look at how the top 2 industries have handled this switch. Let's take a look at the entertainment industry and the travel industry. The entertainment industry has continued to flourish as they have created movies in the actors' homes instead of physical locations. With help of Zoom, movies were shot. And with the collaboration of the actors and directors, brilliant movies were created. Let's take a look at the travel industry, an industry that everyone thought would fall due to COVID. Now, although the initial drop, the travel industry came up with the brilliant idea of virtual tours. That's right, a tour of any place at any time, all with the help of virtual reality and in your own comfort zone, your house. This idea allowed the travel industry to excel during tough times. This change, this COVID-19 pandemic, should be looked at as a boon, as it has allowed mankind to explore countless possibilities online and crazy job opportunities. Now, speaking about jobs and working online, let's take a look at the tools that enable you to do so. Let's take a look at the digital technologies that have helped people get jobs or help facilitate their businesses. The piece of tech that has funded the most amount of jobs is social media, as it has provided a path to the world. a place where everyone will listen to you. This has opened up jobs like content creation, where people post and share their knowledge on content-based platforms. Social media has also helped facilitate numerous businesses. Companies like Shake Shack had first started advertising on food groups on Reddit and Facebook, and gained a large amount of customers from there. Bandcamp is another digital technology that has helped people. It is a site for singers to share their music to other people at a price or for free. This platform has facilitated the birth of numerous talented singers in 2020, namely Emily Vo and Ian Dior. Let's take a look at Keaton Henson. Keaton has always been a passionate singer who tried to make singing his career way back in 2010, but couldn't find any success. He tried and tried up till 2014, still no luck. He then took a break from 2016 onwards, but once the pandemic came around, he decided to start with music again. Only this time, ladies and gentlemen, he used Bandcamp, and he was able to gain valuable feedback and more money to pursue more songs. His hit single, Prayer, which was released in 2020, now has over 1 million listeners on Spotify and Bandcamp. Even IQ Option, which is an online trading website, has facilitated numerous careers and second incomes in the share market. Cameron Blake is an example. In 2018, he was a barista in Starbucks who hated his job and wanted to quit but couldn't due to financial circumstances. Fast forward to 2020, the pandemic forced him to stay at home. He then decided to start trading on IQ Option, which was the most popular trading site at that time. After mastering the art of trading over the course of a few months by watching a bunch of YouTube videos, he started to get into trading. He loved it. He made enough money for it to become his sole income. It was news that he made over $78,000 in the first 7 months he traded. I have always been a student that was interested in both mathematics and finance. And what I heard about the industry that revolved around these two passions of mine is that it was incredibly rigid and inaccessible. So I never had thoughts of experimenting with anything in this field. It was then that I was bored in quarantine, simply feeling unproductive, that I came across a few social trading sites like IQ Option. So I started to get into trading, and it was a blast. It was a platform where I could learn more about my passions and earn money. Is there anything better than that? As a matter of fact, I invested over 2 years of my pocket money and quite a sum more as an advancement into IQ Option and index funds. After a few months of waking up at odd times to buy and sell just when the market opened, checking the stock market every few minutes, and investing in index funds such as the S&P 500, my hard work finally paid off, and I made over 6,000 dirhams in profit. I now continue to invest and have started developing my investment portfolio. One of the reasons I share this with you all today is I feel like it is important that my peers are aware of these opportunities and resources that are created on a day-to-day basis, so that when we grow up, we are ready to take full advantage of this ever-changing world. Over the course of this year, some doors have closed. People have lost their jobs, and people are struggling financially. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And when some doors close, new ones open. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have countless opportunities all in our fingertips. Now, before I end my speech, I would like to leave you all with further food for thought. This world is not going back to normal. The new normal is what we have today. We must adapt, embrace, and reframe our perspective. And only once we have done this, ladies and gentlemen, will we truly be a part of the transformation of the workspace. Thank you.